reality. I don't wanna love again, 'cause I don't wanna cry again. But something in me tell me to try again. Are you somebody? Are you somebody? Are you somebody? The one who got the key and make me feel again. Yeah. Are you somebody? Are you somebody? Are you somebody? The one who got the keys and make me feel again. Yeah. I know the high, I know the lows. I know the way the lovers pose. And I don't wanna play this game anymore, no. If I fall in love again, I will make you my man. 'Cause my mother said she loved the way you represent. Are you somebody? Are you somebody? Are you somebody? The one who got the keys to make me feel again. Yeah. Are you
Mic check. Hey. Welcome to Club Shada, episode number 130, 130, damn. 150 coming. I hope everybody's fine. I hope everybody is in good spirit. I hope you had a great beginning of the week. I never know when I start Club Shada, if it's like if we are in the weekend or if we are in the middle of the weekend. I kind of lost kind of days since I stopped going to school. I hope everybody's fine. Sorry, I'm messing up with my things here. Sometimes I turn off the sounds at the intro, and so I was here enjoying the music, but you had no music. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I forgot to turn on the AC. La flemme. Let me ask my son. Il a le climatiseur, s'il te plaît. Tu peux l'allumer? Merci. Yeah. Je suis sauvé. I'm saved. He was passing by going to the kitchen. Just right on time. Perfect timing. Those kids are perfect. Perfect remote control since they're born. Where were we? This show is brought to you by shadaware.com and the Gods of Good Fortune. And I want to give a special shout out to all the new subscribers. Overpro Team, Paulo Valent, Selena Girl Style, Moral Gems, Toti Newton, etc. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. There was a surge of subscribing after last episode, which is great. Thank you so much. There was a lot of support. That was great. It was great. I enjoyed knowing that a lot of people showed up last time. I think we had like over 1,000 people in that show. It was a special show too, but it's amazing to know that, hey, people show up. Why is this microphone sometimes play with me? Wait. Hey. Yeah, so it's great to know that things go. Give me a second. Let me check my sound levels. Okay. Everything sounds fine. Because it's interesting. Sometimes, I don't know if you have this. Sometimes I feel like my microphone is louder, and some other times I feel like my microphone is not. It depends from show to show. And I don't know if it's just me, because sometimes I feel time going slower or faster, depending on. It just depends. So, yeah. Let me see. Well, everything seems normal. So I guess if everybody's hearing me well, just put some rainbows in the chat. And, let's go, Shada Gang. Welcome, Shada Gang. Welcome, family. Everything is good. I guess it's just me. It's all in my head. I have to make sure I turned on everything fine here, because in the intro, I had everything muted. Pisses me off. Anyway, I want to I want to say hi and give a warm welcome and a big thank you to because it's a new month, we have a new stream royalty and it's easy to beat. Body Sattva is the stream royalty for the month of August. This is a new stream royalty, so anybody who wants to beat Body Sattva and become the new stream royalty is only gonna cost you like $20. And there for now, hey, bless up, bless up to our stream royalty, Mr. Body Sattva. Thank you so much for the support, and also all the sponsors. Thank you so much. You can donate to this show via the super chat. And listen, don't be shy. Some people come and they drop $25. Some people drop. It's all fine. Like if you can only drop $1, listen. If 100 people drop $1, that's $100. So, do what you can. And if you can't, and if you have a streaming platform like Spotify or Apple Music or Tidal or Deezer, go play you some Kaysha. Play a whole album. Enjoy my music. It will result in some money sent my way. So it's a good way to support the show. Or whenever you watch the show, whenever the show is over, come to the YouTube channel and watch a video. Leave a like, leave a comment. It helps. You know how we do. And hey, if you didn't do it yet, go click on the like button right now to show the YouTube algorithm that you care. You know what I mean? Where are you watching us from, and what time it is? What time is it where you are? This is the question. Here it is. We are in Lisbon. It is midnight and 51 minutes. I'm super tired because I woke up super early for I don't know what reason. I was up at 8, and instead of going back to sleep, I just went to the living room and stopped watching TV. And then I went back to sleep at 9, and I woke up again at 11. But I wanted to get a nap somewhere. I never had the occasion to have my nap, so. The days of the glasses are over. What it do, Mr. Irvin? How are you, bro? This was not the best week, but we here. As Uncle Jay would say, the show must go on. Thank you so much for your love and support, Mountain of Inspiration. I love your face in the intro. Like, look at you. Look at you in the intro. This is Mountain of Inspiration on the far left of the picture. In the middle of the picture you have Joel Amen, then you have Olivier Malonga, and then you have me. Back when everybody had hair. Look at him. Who knew that he was the Mountain of Inspiration back at those times? It is what it is. It is what it is. Everybody put them likes up. Put them likes up. Thank you so much, cousin. MMMA. What up, brother? We have to find listen. I've been thinking about it, bro. We have to find a way to make your channel easier to find in the search results of YouTube. Because whenever you put Moto, like, that's the first thing that should arrive. And no, there's all these cartoons that come up. So there must be some way. Maybe. I mean, Moto Music Africa, that's long. At the same time, that's the brand. Maybe MMA? No, because all of a sudden it's gonna take you to all these fight places. Doesn't work. Well, we gotta brainstorm that. Master Electronic, what up, brother? How are you? Juju Zizan of Le Saucisson. How are you? What's good with you? Did you move? You were moving again. Did you move? Hey, listen, the thing is this. I don't care what's the name of the country, really. And it's not a political statement, even if I was raised in the empire. But I prefer that flag. Really, like, in kind of aesthetic, the blue flag is ugly to me. And understand, I think the blue flag is more the old flag with a new version of the older flag before the flame. But the flame is such a powerful flag, bro. Like, this is beautiful. And some people, when I wear it, they believe that I'm nostalgic of an era, of something. No. Nope. Because we could have changed name of countries. I mean, understand, we were called the Congo Kingdom before being called Zaire, and then back to being the Democratic Republic of Congo. I understand that. But damn, Zaire sounded so much better. You see what I mean? Zaire sounded, and this flame looked amazing. And I don't know, it had something to it, and like the toque en léopard, all that, like the symbolic of it. I understand it was tied to a past that people want to move on from. But yo, it looked badass. Like it really looked better. The color, like the green and yellow and red, like those are the colors of Africa, not blue. And I'm really just talking aesthetics here. I'm not talking politics and etc. But there's something to be said about Africans and politics. Why, when somebody leaves, we have to hate them so much that when they gone, we want to pretend that they didn't exist, and we want to remove all the statues, all the pictures, and we want to and I understand everything is now rosy. I get it. But we should be proud of who we are, our history, and even the bad moments of our history. We have to own everything as people. We have to say, yeah, listen, that guy did those things that were great. Those other things were less great. And in those things he was right. In those things he was wrong. In those things he fucked the economy. In those things that was a good idea, trying to etc. And then, but yeah, it's here. This is our history. Because if not, this is a eternal rebeginning. It's eternal. We always go back to the new guy with all this hope, and we pretend that nothing happened before, or and this is the problem with very, very young democracies. We tend to we tend to not learn from the past because we want to act like the past didn't exist, and then we keep making the same mistakes. And we have to get used to a fast pace of moving presidents. I'm not sure. I'm French. I'm not sure how many years between elections, but if we could go in the next 10 years, 10, 15 years, and have 2-3 different people, so people can get used of this idea and not have people who want to stay as long as they can and put as much as they can in their pockets or are clutched to power. That's how you start moving on to different things. But I mean, listen, this is not what today's show is about, but that was something that made me think about it. And yeah. And you replied something. Zell was a powerful name. Yeah. He was indeed. Yeah, listen, this one is. What up, Alan? Welcome to the Shada gang. Nobody wants to move. But the other dude thought it was better for him because. Well, what can I say? What can I say? Let me keep saying hi. You took me out from saying hi to the people. DJ IT, what up, brother? How are you? Lil Maro, what up, brother? Good talk today with. I'm still waiting for Lil Maro to decide to come to Club Shada, but I don't know. He's shy. I don't know. Is this live or a replay? What you mean? Of course it's live. Of course it's live. So see, Emmanuel comes here. She says hi to the Mauro. She says hi to Julie. She says hi to everybody, but not to me. She's strange like that. I'm joking. Hi, Emmanuel. How are you? I see that you received your t-shirt. I hope you like it. I hope it fits well. Thank you for the photo you sent me on the Instagram account. They were a little blurry, so I could not use it. So whenever you take some more, I will post them on the website. Thank you so much. And hey, congrats on winning again. Soon you're going to have a full wardrobe. I said hi, ready? But hi, Mr. MJ. Where was I? Toronto, 7 p.m. Edmonton, 5 p.m. So I guess that Edmonton and Toronto are far from each other. Almost 2 a.m. in South Africa. 2 a.m. in Paris, I guess. I mean, you're not in Paris. Somewhere in France. 8 p.m. What? So look, 3 people from Canada, 3 different time zones. This place is crazy. Are you? I'll show you what I'm doing, but then let me change my do it. So you feel the same way I feel, right? It's SEO is super important. If you want your channel to grow, it has to be discoverable and quick. If when you type the name of your channel, something else appears. It was the same thing when we were talking about the name for beat makers. suggest Moto Moto Music Africa to change to Momoto. Huh? Momoto? That's horrible. What up, Michelle? How are you? It was. I'm about to sign a lease. That profile picture is beautiful. Those eyes. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. I'm about to sign a lease, but there is some things about internet connection in my new apartment I need to check before I make my decision. I need to create content all day, so it's important to me. Yeah, because you've been slacking on the content. Quarantine has been hard for content creators. A lot of people lost some people found some great energy to create, and some others, they lost a lot of their mojo. Once Africa removes the foreign meddling Europe from the continent, then we will see Africa prosper. China has done things their way. Now they are the second world power, soon to be number one. The thing is this. You must know something, DJ IT. You probably know it. But if Africa removes the meddling from Europe, Europe becomes poor. So Europe will not remove themselves. Whenever you will tell them, yo guys, you have to leave, they will fund some rebellion or whatever. So yeah, it's a complicated situation. What? Damn. How come? Sweden 2:30. Hey. Master Electronic, I need you tonight to talk on the subject of tonight. Momo, I don't like Momoto. You like it? Man, I don't know. $8 p.m. in Boston. Tatiana, how are you? How is life out there in the South? Is it the South? Yeah, it's south from Lisbon, where you live now. I feel the same way you feel. I really think the name change is the best route, honestly. Can be losing the search traffic. Listen, the more I think about it, every time I look for your channel, it's hard to find it. Let me go to YouTube and see. Whenever I type your channel name, let me see. Moto. Yeah. Madagascar is taking all the traffic, and you arrive here. Wait, is that you? Is that you? No, not even you. Oh no, those are songs. No, you. There's none of your videos. Nah, this doesn't work. So if you type Moto Music Africa, yeah, now I got you. But that's a long search. You see what I mean? And these guys still arrive. Oh, there's still a bunch of them. Yeah, that's complicated. That's complicated. In terms of SEO, you are seriously, because most people will not type the whole name. Most people, they will type maybe Moto Music. So if you type Moto Music, again, it's only Madagascar and then a lot of songs. Yeah, listen, that's complicated. the name is a great name, but it's not helping. Everybody, if you're not why am I not subscribed to your channel? Ah, that's the new one. Is this the new one? Let me see, 5 days ago. Yes, the new one. Damn it. Everybody do like me. Subscribe to Moto Music channel. For those, if it's hard for you to find it, there it is. It's in the chat. Yeah. I don't know if it's is this the new one? Yeah, that's the new one, huh? 5 days ago. Yeah, that's the new one. That's a lot of content, bro. But the problem, it's a lot of content that is not easily seen. You have to really do something about that. Well, the latest videos are having some nice views. It's the old ones because it's the transfer from the older channel, I guess. Okay. No, you're doing your thing. You're doing your thing. But yeah, you need to be discoverable for real. And the problem is your brand is Moto Music. So that's complicated. It's complicated because it's a great brand. I don't know. That sounds like a good brainstorm. Sounds like a good brainstorm. Yep. Bro. And not just a bloody carton, like one of the best. Yo, you screwed, bro. Heather, how are you, Heather? How's everything out there? Where are you and what time is it? Trisha, look, you were here 4 times in a row. I'm impressed. I gotta say that I'm impressed. You might be my friend finally. Where are you and what time is it? Hey, bro, listen. You know, that's the thing. When you do a show like this one, and listen, I'm a guy, I never really cared about dressing. So, yeah. But then when you do a show and you have to dress for the show twice a week, you get to a point where every time you look at the show again, you're like, oh damn, like, you know, you see yourself so much time that you start being aware of everything that could change. For example, something that I hate right now about the show is that, listen, I'm a guy, I probably have like 20 pair of sunglasses, but I hate all of them. I don't know, my taste change, and those are the only glasses that I like. And something that I hate is that this whole show I've been wearing the same glasses, and either I will invest in new glasses or I will find a collaboration with somebody who is into eyewear to send me a bunch of different stuff, and then like a collaboration. Same thing for clothing. You kind of get a sense of looks, and because it's a visual show at the same time that it is an audio show. And it's true that people could listen to, hey, what up, Simon? Welcome to Club Shada. People could listen to the show just as the sound, but it's a visual show as well. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Irvin, for the super chat. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Another $7 and you can beat Bodhisattva and become the stream royalty of the month. Just letting you know. So maybe next week, who knows? or maybe Sunday. So yeah, I kind of making a show every week, twice a week makes you feel like, I'm a guy. It's funny. My wife is an influencer. She's the type that cannot, like, when she tells you I don't have nothing to wear, and you look at all the things that she has to wear, you don't understand. It just means that I cannot wear the same things twice to go out or to go to the restaurants. I need new look because of the photos and etc. etc. So I get it, but I was like, really, like, because me, I got my 5 jeans, my 30 t-shirts, and I'm fine. But once you do a show and you realize that you wore the same t-shirt like 2 or 3 times, yeah, you kind of have this feeling that you want people to have something change visually from show to show. So you start having this sense of, I have to also present myself. So, which open avenues for stylists to come here and do collaborations for the show and say, hey, I'm going to dress you for a month, for example. And those are business avenues as well. So, and the great thing is, let's say I wear, for example, I have this hat from Shada wear. What I do when I present, I can say, hey, look, today, you can say, hey, today I'm wearing a hat by Shada wear, and you can find it here, boom, and you can find it in all these colors, blah 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 blah, and then you put the link to the product in the chat, and you say, hey, there you go, boom. And those are the kind of things that you can do when you have a show where there's a lot of the guy himself can be a place for advertising for clothing or hats or eyewear or even ears. I still have some holes in ears, or necklaces or watches or jewelry or logo. So that's very interesting, the things you can do as a show and how you can really turn it into a place that generates income. It's just that I don't have the time now to do it, and I was having a conversation today with my friend Esimi about what he was doing for his own show, and he hired somebody. He just hired somebody, and that's her job to talk with the brands. And maybe that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hire somebody to just talk with the brands and sell the advertising space. I might do that. Listen. You remember when we reached 2021? I made a joke, but everybody was celebrating like the arrival to 2021, like if it was the end of the pandemic and the end of all the problems. And me, I was like, 2020 was the rehearsal, and 2021 is the real deal. You see what I mean? And like, it's crazy because a lot of people are angry, and some people just want to go back to work, to creation, and some other people, they don't like the solutions, so they want to stay where we are. And no, they don't like the solution, and at the same time they don't want to stay where we are. So it's complicated, because for now that's the only solutions. I've been seeing that there's Pfizer is trying to find new solutions that are not vaccines. It might be there because I think they're gonna make this year 33 billion dollars from selling the vaccines. But I guess they are now they're testing a drug that you can take and has more or less the same effect as the vaccine, but you just take it when you're sick and then you're not sick anymore. But they're still working on it. So this is opportunities for those people to make a lot of money. But as creators, listen, me, I'm a lonely person, so being alone at home, it doesn't prevent me from creating because that's how I like to create. But I understand that I'm in a great position because I have enough content online and I create content like right now. So I know how to generate money without leaving my house. So while I was home, I actually had more time to generate more content. So I generated a lot of songs, created a lot of music, created a lot of content on my YouTube channel and other places. But a lot of people, because they were trapped inside, they were more in the anxiety of how am I gonna feed myself or feed my family, and this kind of stress, it can prevent you from creating. So a lot of people have not been able to create or to go outside and breathe some fresh air. So mentally, a lot of people have been attacked. A lot of people. And that shit is crazy. The name you suggested is available. Momoto, bro. Let me do a search on YouTube. Yeah, but Momoto doesn't mean nothing. That's the problem. It's, you see what I mean? I mean, like Momoto. If I search Momoto, this guy still show up. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think this is something you have to take the time to think about it. You really have to take the time. Good. Give me a second. I'm on my intro still. Not December, many people here. Oh, yeah. Good. That's what we need. A vibrant economy. Moto music shall change to Moto Your Music. Moto Your Music. It's not as... I think he has to keep that name. It's just that discoverability is hard. I really don't like these type of movies. I never watch them because I have too much imagination. I mean, it depends. It's just too long, and it's hard to find. So, what about? Listen. What about MJ Wemoto? Because then you have the Moto Music podcast, but you center everything about you on your personal brand. It's just like me. If you go to my channel, so my channel is Kaysha, right? It's simple, Kaysha, but then you have Club Shada, you have the vlogs, you have the shorts, you have the popular songs, you have my music, singles, music videos, albums, African Prince, the last one, my shows, sushiraw music, etc., etc. But it's all centered around Kaysha, the personal brand. The brand, my main brand is Kaysha, and everything is a satellite of that. Because if I search MJ Wemoto, boom, now you're here. And even the stuff we did together are here. Your music is here. And I would have put everything in one place. But I mean, understand it's not the same thing. This is your personal stuff, your music. But this is something that is easier to find. So there might be something here. Like MJ Wemoto, this is his show, the MJ Wemoto or MJ Motomoto podcast, or you see what I mean? If you center everything around this brand that I'm subscribing to, if you maybe you should take the other channel and change the name of that other channel to MJ Wemoto. And then now you change the name of Moto Music Africa. You change the name of these to MJ Wemoto, and then every show that you do, you call it Sarkodie No Pressure African Album Review Podcast, and here you put MJ Wemoto here, so that every time somebody look for MJ Wemoto, they find all your content, because you have a lot of content that needs to be discovered. So this might be the solution, my friend. This might be the solution. What was that? On est ensemble. What up, la milliardaire? I'm so far in the chat. Thank you. Ah, les enfants du MPR. Do you? Come on, you're a boss. What you mean you need a new job? I mean, if you know some brands, bring them in. You see? Telling you. Yeah. My condolences, bro. Listen, I mean, people are just going fast. It's not normal. Yeah, it's complicated. This thing is giving me yeah, the count is crazy. Huh? A lot of people went. My wife was telling me today, she was telling me that when I was sick, she was so scared because, yeah, she was like, could have lost me just like that. Just like Jacob went. Like the first week, you just a little scared, and then the second week you're like, oh my god, like this is going one way, that if it continue going this way, then it's over. And yeah, listen, this leaves trauma, this leaves trauma. It really leaves trauma, and even losing all these people that we used to have there. Like, I still can't believe that Jacob is gone, that Manu Dibongo is gone, that a lot of these people are just gone. And yeah, just like that, it just took so much people. Anyway, let's get on to today's subject. And listen, let me open up the channel so that not Motomoto. I mean, Motomoto can come. Everybody can come. But for Mr. Master Electronic can come and have the conversation with me. Because why not have conversations together? What is the link? Copy the link, put it. Master Electronic. Just click on the link and come here. I mean, hey, if anybody want to come and talk with us, the link is here in the chat. And we can talk about today's subject, which is uploading the brain. I was seeing, I'm going to send it to you as well directly, just in case you're not. The daughter's so cute. Yeah. So I was seeing a YouTube video from a channel that I love. I will put the link in the description. And they were telling that a lot of people in science are actually trying to discover ways to read what is inside the human brain. And because it's full of millions of synapses and it's actually super small. It's an amazing machine, but the only problem of this machine is that the brain is powered by the rest of the body, and the rest of the body is in decay. And now they are thinking, hey, what if we found a way to either replace the body, like maybe put the brains in boxes, or read what's inside of the brain and then be able to upload it into hard drives, I guess, supercomputers, as the technology goes and goes and goes and goes. As the technology goes and goes and goes and goes. La jolibilité du garçon.
Merci beaucoup, Kaysha. Bonsoir à vous tous.
Monsieur Gabriel Kayenga. Que faites-vous debout à cette heure-ci, Monsieur Gabriel? Just asking. Monsieur Gabriel, toi, même si tu veux venir, il faut venir. Anyway, comment ça va, Master Electronic? How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, King Kaysha. How are you doing? Mes salutations à tout le monde qui sont ici sur les plateaux ce soir.
I would say I'm better. I'm getting better, you know. Glad you love it.
I know it's not easy to lose someone who was so near you.
Yeah.
Just to always remember all the time you will never see that person again. It's not an easy thing.
And you know what is crazy is that when the person is not famous and you are not famous, you kind of, it's not that you forget, but you can close your eyes and not look at it and the person is not there for at least, maybe you will not think about it for a few moments. But when the person is famous, then wherever you go, it's there. The music, the people sending messages on Instagram, on social media, everything is talking about this. So there's no way for you to run away from it. So if you're famous as well, then it's double punition. Wherever you go, people are tagging you in the photos or in the things or in the songs, but it is what it is. And yeah, listen, life has to go on. The show goes on. You know, this is a nice shirt. Did you prepare for this show?
No, I just put it on to look a little bit sexy tonight and fresh.
You know me. Usually, 5 minutes before club shut, I'm like, oh damn, what am I gonna wear? Just going to bed and I'm looking for something. I'm like, and then I found this in the wardrobe, and I was like, hey, oh, this goes with one of the greens. I was like, hey, let's go. So yeah, looking good.
Thank you so much, King Kaysha. But it's not easy to forget the person, as you said. So I don't know what I can say to make you feel better. But just think about you. We see him in the north. We see each other in the other side. One or another day. So that's it.
Gabriel dit, tu n'as même pas peigné les cheveux. Il est con.
Non, mais ça c'est des cheveux super sexy, Papa Gabriel. On ne peigne pas ses cheveux doux.
C'est du crépus de luxe, mon cher. So, talking about the other side. I was watching this video and they were saying that they were testing on a mouse brain. They were cutting a mouse brain into super thin membrane so they could have captors that could read what's inside the brain. And then they ask questions. Is the consciousness inside of the brain? Or is the consciousness something else? You see what I mean?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
So you are in this thing where if we can upload, let's say we can read, first of all, and apparently what's inside of a brain is, if we could quantify it in megabytes or terabytes, you would need a lot of terabytes to put what's inside of somebody's brain, inside of a reader or something. So and then maybe you can re-download it, I guess. You can upload it from the brain to a computer. And it can live either in virtual reality, or maybe you can re-download it in a new body or a robot or something. And it makes me think of a few shows that I've seen. One is Altered Carbon. I don't know if you know this show. So it's a show where they discover an alien technology where in a small stack like this, and everybody has this inside. They put them as a kid. They put you this drive behind your neck, and everything that is in your consciousness, your everything is inside of this. So whenever somebody dies or their body dies, they just take this, they remove it, and they put it in a new body. And depending if depending if you are a rich person, you can have a clone, or you can have other version of the same body, or so that some people don't age anymore. They stay, let's say they keep being 25 or 30 or 45. And some other people, if they don't have money, they take the body that they can. So poor people, they, like maybe you a man, they give you a woman body, they don't care, and then, but people don't die anymore in that show. And then there's another show, of course, in that series. What's the In Altered Carbon, the people who are super rich because they've been around for 1,000 years, they've been making money and making money and making money and making money and making money. So of course they live in the sky. They have backups, like every day at 5 p.m. their brain gets transferred to a backup in the sky. And then if somebody kills you, for example, after 5 p.m., somebody kills you at 8, for example, there's automatically like a signal that says you're dead, so that up there in the satellite, it sends your backup data to one of your clone bodies, and you arrive in your clone body, and you're just back to not remembering what happened after 5 p.m., but everything before is back there, and then they live like this. It's a very interesting series, creates a lot of interesting questions as well, and a lot of the things that people were saying in that show was that the religious people were fighting for the right to die, and the terrorists now were saying like, we have to die, we have to find God, and those that are like, man, hell no, don't care about the other side, etc., etc. So there's this show, and then there's another show that is less cyberpunk and it's more funny. It's a show called Upload that I saw on Amazon, and in that show is different. When somebody's about to die, they can either die normal, or your family can pay for you to be uploaded to the cyberspace where people live forever, and but they are in a hotel. And depending on, some people live in the safari forever, some other people live in, and depending on how much your family pays for you, you can be in a great place where you can have activities, and like you just stay there. And then you even have possibility to talk with your loved ones from the virtual reality. And then you have big companies that control, like, and they update you, and then if you want to change your body or live in this room or have, and then you make friends out there, and then and sometimes even create galas when people from the other side can put virtual reality goggles and go meet you in the virtual server, and everybody actually their brains get sent to virtual reality. And I wanted to know your opinion about that.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of us, a lot of people, I think the way we are seeing each other now will never be the same as we see each other in 10, 15 years. Because if you just imagine how things was like 20 years or 15 years ago, by now, talking like in 15 years ago, you can video chat with somebody.
Yeah.
It was something mostly impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can upload some video and reach around the world just in a matter of seconds.
Like right now.
It was mostly impossible.
True.
That I think if guys here or people here in this show shall follow engineer working in company like Neuralinks or other company like Soul Machines, you can see that the human machine interface are a little bit longer than we think. So for me, I think like dying in 10 years from now, it will be something we all should just embrace. It's just like leaving the whole body and moving into another new body, as you said, is how the future will be. Because for now, if you ask a question, what happened to all those died people with their social media account, like Facebook account, Instagram account, all
Yeah.
those data, they are still there
Yeah.
and turning around. So I think that we are more and more becoming cybernetic people, and we can never avoid it. And that the future we should embrace in some how, but that how we have it in the future, the near future. I think it will be only we should only say like Master Electronic's body dies, like his body died, but his memory is still alive and waiting for a new body.
That's exactly what they do in that show. So I'm gonna show you the show. It's called Altered Carbon. I don't know if you know the show, but in that show, it's the story of a. I don't know. I'm not on Netflix. Wait. I don't know if I can show the teaser without having problems. Or maybe just show images. So in Altered Carbon, it's the story of this guy who. This is the original guy. He's an Asian guy but in the show he comes back as a white guy in the first season. He comes as this guy.
How long have I been down?
250 years.
Oh shit.
You are the property of Bancroft Industries. This body came equipped with combat muscle memory.
Mr. Kovac, I didn't ask you to bring me back. All I ask of you is that you solve a murder. Whose? Mine.
Listen, this is a great show. And
Really
and yeah, in
amazing.
that show, people sometimes they die for 200 years and then they come back and everything has changed. And yeah,
But can you check the company called Soul Machines?
how you write that?
Soul like your soul, then machines.
SAW?
No, soul like your soul.
Soul Machine.
Yeah, soul machines.
Soul Machines. Astonishing digital people.
You can see that most of people already created themselves inside there. So they create Kaysha, like a digital Kaysha, that will act like you, talk like you, and do whatever you do
Human
as it was
voice.
you digitally.
Damn.
And those guys have been
That's
in
scary.
games. Yeah. They have been in games like for many years now. And most of stores, they already have their copy inside there.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you go there, you can create a version of yourself that can drive Shada game show if you want it.
Digital brain. Processing a human machine collaboration by talking to a different voice. That's me, the digital brain. Wow. It reminds me of Ghost in the Shell. Oops, sorry. It reminds me of Ghost in the Shell, where in Ghost in the Shell, everybody has cyber brains and everybody is connected to the internet. And everybody, at the end of their life, they get uploaded to a collective digital. But then, who becomes God?
The one who have enough power to control all the AI. And at that time, the big data will be so big and it will be almost impossible for the human to control it. So
Yeah.
it will be machine and powerful computer. Like now we are talking about quantum computers
Yeah.
that those computers are so fast that we people will be outrun it in second. So that's why this company Neuralink are trying to make human better and to make us compete with the machines. But for me, I think the way we are going now is human being as race we know now will maybe disappear, and our consciousness will be transmitted to an other form of body like cybernetic body. So that's the only thing that was almost impossible for most of engineer all for all the time to read human brain. But
Yeah.
for now, as they have the ability to read it and save the data and let it grow, and I don't think that this flesh body we will be immortal. And I think that's maybe the greatest goal, and it's the easiest way for us to conquer all the planets. You
Yeah.
know, like travel to
To be
Venus
able.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
all the planet. Those are a lot of radioactive there that this body can it handle and
Irving is saying
for-
something
yeah.
Irving is saying something interesting. I have the answer, but I'm gonna let you answer. I think the idea is crazy because as much as they can upload our consciousness, anyone can manipulate that data, and we are not safe.
Saying about safe or no, I don't know what I mean with that, because those data will not be controlled by humans. It's like let's say example we have the Google source code. It's impossible for the human to go inside and fix it.
Yeah.
It's
Works by
they put
itself.
some. That's why Google create the world most advanced AI. They use I don't remember the name, but is for now the world's smartest machine, Google AI. It has been beating all the intelligent people in the world in everything. So I think AI don't do wrong. I don't. The computer don't do wrong, but when the AI we gain consciousness is there, everything will be very scary. So maybe the human race will be doomed to die, and that's it. You know. So nowadays, all we do is connected. Your electricity, your food, your credit card, your everything.
Yeah.
And when the AI will take control of all those things, think about the people put in the hospital, all those things. If something go wrong with the AI there, then the AI can just say, "Oh, no more human being," and we are gone. If we don't integrate with the AI, because the AI now, artificial intelligence, is so far that you can never imagine, and we can never beat it. If you can beat it, we just have to join it. That's it. That's the choice we have now.
Irving, of course, like first to reply to your first question. Yes, but the thing is this: you are not in control already. If you think you are in control, look how people's ideas are swayed politically in whatever they think just by AI just showing you the things that they want to show you for you to think one way. Or when you go to YouTube, look at if you go to YouTube or if you go to Netflix, and I go to YouTube or go to Netflix, we are not seeing the same YouTube. We are not being proposed the same videos, because you have machines that are working 24/7 on that. And yeah, I completely agree that this will open an age where hackers will be able to do things like viruses will not be viruses like COVID, but will be viruses created by hackers that might, infect other people. And it opens a lot of possibilities, and also a lot of uncertainty about things. But what is very interesting about your question and the way you think about it is that you see it as a person from today. The person from tomorrow might not have this question because they will be born in this age already. And in 100 or 200 years, it might be completely normal. And maybe that either people will be able to be uploaded and downloaded, or maybe people will just go to AI and will live in a world like in the Matrix, and there will be new rules. So, and maybe some people will be able to teleport or fly because the world will be virtual, I guess. And we'll have to decide inside of virtual reality, do you live the same as in reality, or those rules don't exist anymore? Or and what do the people who live in virtual reality or that have their consciousness uploaded, can they mix themselves with other people? Can they learn can you learn tricks faster? Or can we download skills? For example, can you become a super good mathematician, for example, just by downloading these skills? Or can you play music like Beethoven just by downloading it? All these are interesting questions that for now are just questions, but that might actually become reality one day.
Yeah. Kaysha, if I can just put something in what you say there, I think like in 5 or 7 years from now is what Neuralink are working on too, because they already succeed to let a monkey play a game using the chip only with the monkey using his mind, so the monkey could play a game. So that's the point, that people shall even send their dream to each other. Or maybe you are in Congo, I'm here in Sweden, you can just send to me what you are seeing in Congo directly in my brain. So they are not the only one working in that area. You have even Facebook trying to jump in
Of
that
course.
area.
Yes.
Even Spotify trying to
Facebook
manufacture
is
those
trying
type
to
of
the
chip.
metaverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can answer the question of my brother Evin Kabasele, they're asking, everything that have been made by human can be hacked. We
Yep.
have reverse engineering, but there are always patches that can come and close those loopholes.
Yeah.
But the most important is to think what the benefit of it being letting yourself be hacked. But because today your bank card can be scammed in any way if you don't use it safely.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be the same way when you get an implant in your brain. You may get something that may protect you against hackers.
Hacking. Yeah, I
Is
mean,
the
I think
yeah,
with new technology and new stuff will come. It will come with new. It will come with new rules and new ways to protect yourself, and maybe they will have, with time, there will be different brands, and like you will have brands like Apple that will do everything with privacy in mind, and others like Facebook that will do exactly the opposite. Everything will trying to show you advertising, and like imagine if advertising is in front of your eyes and you cannot not see it. Some people must be dreaming of that. But look, if you are somebody who did an accident and you are paralyzed neck down, and the only thing you can do is move your eyes, for example. Imagine that somebody tells you, hey, listen, we have this prototype of something that we can put, and you will be able to control a body completely from your brain, and this body will be upgradable with time, and you're gonna have new arms, or maybe new legs, and or a whole new prosthetic that you can use, or maybe a whole new spine that will control the rest of your body, for example. And the technology makes it possible because of all the advance in science. And now when you are a person that is completely disabled, we can re-enable you. Those people will say, yes, sign me in. And so, of course, with everything comes the bad actors will try to use it for bad things, like creating super soldiers or whatever. CIA is probably on it right now with Boston Dynamics. But some people who will be the agents of good will try to change the lives of people with... you can already see videos of people who they lost a hand or they lost an arm or a leg, and they have now these new arms that are completely controlled by the brain signal, and they can really like do all this and those things, and it exists already. So the more time will pass by, the more these technologies will happen, whether people want it or not. And at the same time, crazy people will do crazy things. People will say, hey, I want to dig that he's never tired. It goes... I wouldn't mind being ageless, but I don't know if I would like to be immortal. This opens a kind of worm of questions.
By age, I would think Israeli have already succeeded to do an experimentation to elderly people that they successfully reduce their age by 25 years old. So let's say like you have 65 now. All they did was putting those people in the tube of clean oxygen and letting them breathing there in 1 week. And what happened to them is that they becomes 25 years old younger. So that's a good thing. So that's maybe many scientists have been talking about it. It's maybe in the whole era, people have been living like for 250 years because the density of the air was so thin, and the air was like less polluted.
Yeah.
And that's the question. Here we are talking scientists, and most of engineers took this way of moving our brain to the machine and living our body as human is because this planet we are living in have less chance to survive. So in order for us as species to survive is to move into another planet, and those other planet our body cannot handle it because of radioactivity and other things. So that's why they are working harder to put our consciousness somewhere, because all the dinosaurs and other creatures disappeared before because they didn't store their consciousness somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And if some meteorite like destroy this earth and we are gone, nobody would ever know that we existed. But we have like Microsoft trying to create those type of hard drive who can never be destroyed and can be bored and all those things. But if all the civilization born again, it takes billions of years and trying to read that data, and
Yeah.
the big losses. So that's why I think we all should embrace this way of things and
But when somebody becomes a criminal,
yeah,
let's say that people don't die anymore. Let me ask questions as they come. If somebody becomes a criminal, like Hitler level criminal, and people don't die anymore because your brains are stored, whatever, what do you do? Is like the punishment is you stay in a cell, you stay in VR, you stay just turned off for 1,000 years, and you get in re-education or whatever, or you are just erased.
I don't think China as a nation have that is the most example of the society driven by the AI, because in China almost all civilians as citizens have a AI eyes on them, like camera watching out what you are doing out in the street and all you are doing, and you have your point, all right, in China.
Yeah.
And those points go up when you do good and go down when you do bad things.
I would have a lot of points.
Yeah. That's good for you. But I don't think if our body or our consciousness move to a cybernetic body, and I don't think it will be erasable, it will be a better way for you to be removed. And yeah, that's it. If your point go less, down, then you may have no connection anymore, and your body can't do anything, and you are gone. That's it. I do think for me, it will work like that. Like in China now, and if you do bad thing in China, you can't even buy a ticket to take a train. You are
I
whipped
believe
out from
that.
the society.
I believe that if we were in Zaire in the 70s right now, you would be a dictator. That's what I think.
Why will I be that?
He's like, yeah, you don't have no more points, and then you see, yeah, you just stop moving, like he was like, yo. My father told me that he didn't want to have a cell phone in the 90s. He just had it because of a job. And now there's no one that don't have a cell phone. Listen, we are cyborgs already. We are. It is what it is. Let me see the rest.
And I don't know. Almost every
He's not
country.
sleepy. I mean, yeah, it's 3 a.m. What time it is out there?
It's free here too in Sweden.
Don't worry. He's gonna survive another 30 minutes. Don't worry, guys.
No, I'm here. I'm not sleepy at all. Yeah, but you can see China are driving those type of AI a little bit harder. But almost every country in the world who call themselves as a civilized society have
They're
those
doing the same
type of
thing.
points,
Yep.
directly or indirectly. You have
Yep.
credit score in the United States. You have those things even in the UK, and that's it.
Yep.
We are already in.
Listen, everybody's acting like China and pretending that they don't. That's what's funny. If people don't die anymore, the world will be overpopulated.
I don't think here we are not talking about the planet Earth. we are talking about being
Yeah,
a
you will be able to sell
multi-planetary
people.
species. Yeah,
Yeah, but that's when we reach the next level of evolution
yeah,
as a species.
exactly. And it will be amazing, Kike. Don't you ever think about seeing all the planet? Like, look there. Is the Earth there? I'm in Mars now. I'm moving to Venus, like texting somebody. I'm on Venus now. We come
It's true
back
that
on Earth.
he looks like Mobutu a little bit when you look right. Si on lui met une toque là, comme ça, c'est vrai que bon, il a du. Oui, oui. He looks like a dictator. Indeed. Dahlia would be a dictator as well out there. Mungala Digital. Won't you just get tired of living though? Especially doing the same thing over and over. Actually, that was interesting in the video that I saw. Some people might just become so intelligent and so wise from just living and living that they might even arrive to a superior level of consciousness and intelligence from knowing so much, and they might even join other people because that might be possible. Like, the possibilities are endless. It's just that we have to think outside of the box of us today. It wouldn't be the same thing. The societies wouldn't work the same way, and we wouldn't see each other the same way, I guess. Even if you just had the possibility to enhance yourself, let's not even go to extending your life forever. Maybe you can extend it for 100 years, but just imagine if you could change parts of your body, the parts that don't work, like in a lot of those movies, like Ghost in the Shell and etc. And that the most important part would be your soul. Hey, you might. Dahlia has something against you. Like, and maybe he is. Let me ask my friends. This changes people. You see what I mean? What up, Joel? This changes people. The fact that somebody that lose their arms can replace them changes everything. The fact that somebody, let's say, you can change your eyes to eyes that see better, or eyes that see far away, or eyes that see underwater, depending of the job that you do. These will create a society that is completely different, just like the society of today, because of with all these cell phones and all this internet, all this information that is completely available for everyone, changes already. You can now grasp information anywhere you want, whereas 1,000 years ago, not only you would die at probably 25 in a war, but also you had no access to information, to books, to reading, to all these things.
Yeah, and one of important things I wanted to mention is about being boring, not having fun. I don't think, even if today we had the possibility to download knowledge instead of going in university and doing college and other stuffs, life shall be more funnier than we have it now. Okay, because now you can get like 5 degrees or 10 degrees is almost impossible because of the time it takes and the energy you have to put on it. But imagine if you could, like, in matter of seconds, just download all the knowledge needed for you to be an engineer, like in 2 seconds.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, that's the type of future we live in. Okay, today you can be an engineer, then tomorrow you are maybe some scientist in something and doing some chemistry things, and tomorrow you can it will be very amazing. And the way we are seeing money as it is today, we will not need money because, yeah, those things, those goods and service we need today will no longer be needed for us. So that is, it's very exciting.
Why would we eat?
We will not eat.
Eh?
But I don't think one thing is the human body will be a luxury thing to have this flesh body. Yeah. And only
So
the
some people
rich,
might have apple
yeah,
bodies,
yeah,
and
the frozen
would
one,
have
the
everybody else would
frozen,
have the
yeah,
android bodies.
cybernetic body. Because if you reach now, I don't know if I can check it here. There are already some guys in United States writing down to get their body frozen like for 15 years to
Eh?
be reanimated again after 50
Yeah, I
years
saw that.
so they can
Everybody
live
would know
like,
everything, but are they
yeah,
sure they can reanimate him?
that's it. If he can put his consciousness somewhere, so it's possible. Why not?
It is not exciting. Life is beautiful the way it is. Touch and feel. Yeah, well, listen. Trust me, people will find different type of excitement, maybe with electricity. I don't know if you saw this movie called Surrogates. You remember that movie? Surrogates? With Surrogates was with Bruce Willis, and it's a world where everybody's beautiful, but actually everybody's controlling robots. Oh, what's going on? And everybody's controlling robots, and everybody lives, you see, very beautiful. Everybody looks very beautiful, etc. But in reality, everybody is in a box, and they all live in VR. And the real him is, and he hates that, and that's him, the real him. But the rest of humanity, they just want to live as beautiful robots and control those beautiful robots, because nobody's scared anymore to go out, because even if you get like hit in the street or killed in a party, or it's just the body that you can replace with another one, you just go back to yourself and then take another body, and you're good to go, and you can get anybody in a cheap body, or depending on the money you have, you can get any type of body inside of a convenience store. You can just go there at the Paki and just get yourself a
Yeah, but
body with.
I don't think everything engineers, scientists, and everybody are trying to do is just to try to stop death.
Yeah, true.
That's the most important thing. And we have to ask ourselves, there is no one, even the poorest human being, who want to die. So
Yep.
we all want to live forever. And it is in our instinct. And this way of transferring our consciousness into another body, because I don't know how it is in other country, like in Congo, if someone get his heart stop beating, they say he's dead. But I don't know here in Sweden, your brain activity most stops. Is then they can say that you are dead. So in that way, that means is when our consciousness are no longer there in our body. So
But what is
mo-
consciousness?
Yeah, that's the most important thing. What's consciousness? If we take it, it can be defined in different way, right?
Yeah.
The ability to make decision, right? That makes something conscient. Okay, so AI or small car become conscient when they can drive you from point A to point B. That you feel it is alive. That feeling that you are alive, that also we can define it, consciousness in different way. But here we are talking about human consciousness, right? As us human, the heart of our feeling, what we have. We may cry sometime, we have, and the most
Empathy.
yeah, be happy, be sad, all those things. And the thing that are very complicated for scientists about human consciousness is that you may change. You are not the same as you was yesterday.
Yeah.
And that's very difficult for the AI to act on, because the AI cannot predict what you will think in the future, but they can change it maybe if they have enough of data.
That's a lot
That
of
will
data.
be, yeah, that will be very hard for scientists, like, to extract the data for the Kaysha now and predict which Kaysha will be like in 15 years from now. So that's a challenging part.
Yeah, because you have to recreate all the synapses of a brain and then let them have the free will and not be machine control. Because if now you have an overload, they can decide that today your legs don't work, then it becomes scary. Just like in the Matrix. Hey,
It's always be an overload, and in in everywhere in the world there are always an overload. So
yeah,
so it's not be a chaos there. It must be an order. In order to make an order, there must be a supervisor. So that supervisor will be one quantum computer programmer, like to Kesha can think over this that to make a society working, right? Like
yeah,
you have it in Portugal, you have rules there and things there that you can overthink over it. So if you act over it, you'll be in jail. That's
yeah.
it. It's the same thing.
I guess it doesn't work in France anymore.
I don't think all of those guys of Juliet Jaune are already in the house because of this. They must get vaccinated and all those things. So
Yeah.
they don't have enough energy to get out again.
Good luck. I'm
That's
done
it.
having conversations with them. Yo, this is crazy. But I mean, so everybody in the chat that is excited about that future, put some rainbows. Everybody in the chat that is not excited about that future, put some black hearts. Let's see what they think. Gabriel, c'est pas l'heure pour manger des brocolis, ça donne des gaz. Surtout à cette heure-ci. Ce gars a toujours été très bizarre. What about you? So what do you think about that future? Are you just embracing it because it's ineluctable? Ineluctable, that's the word? Or are you scared of it? Or are you excited for it?
We are already in it. We are already half cyber, right? For now, because you can't do anything without your phone or your computer.
I mean, you can go offline. It's a decision.
It depends on what type of work you do. We are already in. So there have been different era in the world. There have been like the age of stones and the age of hunting. All those ages. and now we are in the computing era, right? The human will be integrated with the computer. So for me, as I know, we are already in because nowadays you have people who have peacemakers, prosthetics legs, and brain chip in order to hear other things. That's it. Or why not just change the whole body? So
I mean, some
I love
people
it.
want to be. Some people believe that having a body of flesh and blood is what makes you human. Listen, some people. Somebody told me, "Oh, you get vaccinated?" I was like, "Yep." They were like, "Oh, you transhuman?" I was like, "I'm tired. I'm tired of you guys." Like,
Yeah, but the things here, Kinke, is that having a deadly body that can get
not one
disease.
Rambo in the chat. Damn, only black hearts.
People are just scary. People are just scary. But the biggest question we shall ask ourselves is: shall we remain in the deadly body, or can we move on into a body into immortality?
But
That's
how?
it.
What is this body made of?
Our
Is this a
body.
new body or is this outside of the body?
You mean we are talking about two things here? I'm
Yeah.
talking about the cybernetic body that we will get into, or you are talking about this body we have now?
No, I'm talking about if you move out of this body we have right now, do we get in a
Yeah.
new one? That either when it's time to replace it, you just replace it, and you can even upgrade it. And hey, listen, if you feel like, yeah, I want to be a woman now, you just go into woman's body, and you feel like I want to be black. You go to a black body, and you want to be pink. They will be, you want to be purple. They will create that for you because that's at that moment. If you can just create bodies, then you can create all sorts of. You can have 3 legs if you want, 5 eyes. You can have 2 vaginas. Like you can then or you get out of the body and you just stay inside of a part of an AI. You become part of an AI and you now live in, and then every country has different AIs as well. So but what do you do? Do you work? How do you make money in there? Do you become part of? Do you take the money you had already? Do you build a house in there? Like, it's very interesting. Or do you come back? You download to new types of body. So that's two possibility as well.
If I want to talk about the immortality body, it will be a cybernetic body, right? It's a robotics body. Okay.
Okay.
In that robotic body, that means your consciousness from this body with feelings and all those things. I think those some point like your way of having feelings when
Change.
moving out to that body will be removed so that you feel yourself in that body. Maybe you
Yeah.
will not have sexual attraction because you not have it, because it will be no longer needed. As here in Sweden, I know some men don't need to have sex in order to have children. You know how it works also. I don't know how it works in Portugal.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for the super chat. She says for the
And
future. She's ready.
yeah,
She's ready to be removed from this body.
yeah, that's it. And I think the topic
What
of
kind of body do
this
you want, Emmanuel? She wants like 5 vaginas.
I don't think it will be necessary. I don't
I
think
mean,
it will be necessary. But
some people,
as we are
some
talking now, we are already a part of the AI, right? because we have our data in Facebook,
Yeah,
Google, and all
true,
those
true.
things. They are contributing in the AI to track us, right? To know us
Irving
better.
wants to have sex forever. This is his problem. That's his only problem. If he cannot have sex, he's not going in your world.
That's me, but improvisation shall come in the future. Maybe if they have a lot of money, they can freeze their body, store their consciousness somewhere, and then if they freeze your body like you are now, and they wake it up in 50 or 70 years, you will have the same age as you have now. So that's the point. So it's like you will live more 100 or 50 year extra. So that is also there are different alternatives. Or otherwise, they move your consciousness to a cybernetic body. That means a robotic body that don't have sex, and those sensitivity part of having sex or all that stuff may be removed. But you can still talk. You can keep a conversation. You are still you as you are, but without sexual feelings and all that stuff. And you live forever as a robot.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
this is it's. I think for most people, it's hard to imagine themselves something that they are not. So that's why they cannot like send themselves to, you know.
I don't think this, if we all of us are in the deathbed, breathing our last breath, and get that question, you want your consciousness be transferred to a robotic body that cannot have sex and you will live forever? The answer of many of us will be yes.
In the chat, what would be your answer? Would it be yes or would it be no? That's the question. Dalia is saying, we already in it. I didn't use cash for 1 year and a half.
That's it. And money, in definition, I know you are an economist, you know that, is that money is goods and service, is what create money. If you have goods and you have service, and that's money. Money is just, the money we have now is just number in the computer.
Yeah,
That's
it doesn't
it.
exist anymore.
Yeah,
It doesn't. It's not even backed by gold anymore.
yeah.
Irvin is saying life without sex and forever. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Hell no. I mean, maybe there will be different ways.
Because if I
VR,
can,
VR orgies.
yeah, if I can ask my brother here, even sex, in fact, is that's muscle stimulation, right? Our muscle. I don't know how they say it in
The
English.
muscle.
Muscle stimulations is what make you feel good when having sex and erection. I don't think those things can be stimulated in our brain. In some way, maybe we can just press one button. Yes, you had sex for today in 15 minutes, and your brain got stimulated as you had sex.
I mean, you can recreate it. It's
Yeah.
as long as you understand what it feels, you can recreate that. You can do some crazy stuff in VR. Like, you can have like 100 times in the same day without being tired. Because, you know,
That's it. It's everything is about the signal in the brain. So the taste, the way we speak, our intelligence, and what we feel, sad, in love.
try to. This guy is still in Zaire, bro.
Evan, you have a big problem, my brother. But it will be very nice and you will never regret it. Yeah.
Ça va limiter les maladies sexuellement transmissibles. Tu vois? Yeah. Trisha seemed to have had problems before. Je suis bio. Okay, so Joel, if you on your deathbed, this is your last breath, and they tell you, hey, A, you go to heaven, B, you go to VR or electronic body. What do you choose? This is the question for the chat. What do you choose? And like, when you get married to somebody, right? When you get married to somebody, let's say I get married with Trisha. After 100 years with her, I would be tired of her. Like, do we change the rules? Like a marriage is for 150 years and then they can remove like the connection and then we can go back to somebody else. Like, it changes everything because it's still death do us part. There's no part anymore. I can't be like, oh my God, like, it's been 3,000 days with that one.
Yeah, I think if we just take that question about marriage, if you
Joel goes to heaven directly.
yeah,
Irvin as well.
If you like, you bring it back like in 1,000 years ago, or 1,000, or maybe 800 years ago, you can see that marriage and relationship was totally different.
Yeah, it was just
In the way
to
we-
connect families.
Yeah. People just meet each other and had kids, in the evolution of the human being. So as they say it, as species, we are still in this step of evolutions. And that means we don't know. Maybe in those interstellar travel, it may take us like 50 years to travel into another solar system to discover another planet. And you stay there with your whoever you love in your cybernetic body and enjoying it. And love will be very funny if we don't have sex. Will we still fall in love? That's funny.
Trisha said true love is supposed to stand the test of time, no? Ne me cherchez pas de problème ici. C'est-à-dire que tu es jolie quand même, mais au bout de moi, au bout de 6 mois, je suis habitué déjà. Je suis déjà, I've seen this face before. Donc 100 ans, c'est 120 mois. Non, c'est 1200 mois. Yo! Mais it doesn't mean that you cannot have recreational sex. I'm sure that somebody would create a program where you can do it, or a version of a way to do it virtually.
Yeah, example, we have sex dolls now, right? Today, who are more better than real human. You
Have
see
you
that?
ever tried a sex doll?
You did you get at those people who got married with the sex dolls and all those stuff?
There was a guy, he had like 20 in his house, and I was like, yo, bro, you are problematic.
And I read in some papers that some Chinese broke them in the Ivory Coast, right? And it sold out in second because
Oh shit. Abidjan. Abidjan, c'est Abidjan.
and that's it, And I don't think the future will be in the way we are thinking now about eating food, sex, walking. It will be more advanced. Imagine if you are living in a country that everybody are well educated. So it will be a different places. We will be more thinking more advanced than the way we are thinking now about les choses du corps, les choses charnelles, mon frère Irvine.
Dalia is saying, so that's why you don't want to get married because you are waiting for the cyber love. Wow.
King K, you already sang that song since 1996, Cyber
Cyber
Sex, right?
sex.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
it. So I'm
Yep.
not.
Então, não dormes?
Yeah,
Não, encontrei isso lá.
no, Madame Dahlia, it's not true.
I
I'm
did
not
it.
waiting for cyber love or something cybernetics, but yeah, I'm just me. Yeah, so much futuristics and all those things. Yeah.
Yeah, his name is Master Electronic. What you guys think? He's probably dating one machine there. You don't know. Maybe a coffee machine.
No,
Who
no
knows?
true. That's not true. Not true at all. That's not true, brother. Yeah.
I mean,
And about these topics here about human flesh, body sexing, and machine sexing, there are women who prefer more those dolls sexing, vibrator, and all those things to get satisfied, right? Is more better than a human being. So I think this subject is about sex with a machine. People already have sex with a machine now.
yeah. I mean, yeah. The world has changed. The world has changed because of all the possibilities. Yeah, he's suspect. But I mean, hey, he's Master Electronic. But what about you? Because like in the chat, nobody's telling me what they want. What about you? Would you rather die a normal death or be transferred to another body, a cybernetic body?
I would like to be transferred to a cybernetic body in order to do more than what I shall do in my normal body in terms of engineering or something like that, finding stuff and so on.
Would you want a body? Would you want a future where they just grow a body without nothing? And like, let's say once you arrive 70 or whatever happens, and you go prematurely or you get sick or something, and they just upload everything and then they re-download everything to a body, but that body is just a looks like flesh and blood or whatever. It's just that it's prosthetic. It's a prosthetic body, I would guess. It's just a host for the brain or a host for the data, right? And there would be just a cyber brain there. Or would you want this body to be enhanced with
No, I would like to test the new body because this body is deadly. Yeah, because the way of this body is construct, whatever you do, it will die some way. But I would like to host my consciousness in that new cybernetic body. Yeah, it would be amazing.
would it be a body that is exactly the same other than the fact that it doesn't decay, or would you add like stuff like Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi antennas inside, like information in the eyes, like I don't know, like, or would you just want a copy of what you look like, just, or would you want to just like other people? Like some people might say, I want to try a girl this time, or I want to change my voice, or I want to change the color, or I want to be all black, completely black, like dark, like black, like pitch black, with red eyes. Like some people might be scary. Some like, so would you, or would you just want to be? No, I just want a copy of me.
I just want to be a copy of myself because it will be my consciousness in that new body. All right. Yeah. So
I would change a lot of things. I would change my tattoos every time. I would like to have like information when I see people. I want to see everything about them. Like
amazing. I see you like it.
Oh, me, I love it. Me, I'm here for it. Me, I'm not like all these cowards in the chat. Me, I'm ready. I'm like, let's go.
That's it. Yeah, but for me, I do think we will be there, or mostly in 10 years. If I'm saying no, like Neuralink, we can transfer you can send to me your knowledge and send to you directly in your brain in 10 years. I don't think we are not so far away, but I would like a prosthetic body, my brain hosting there, so I can move it and doing all that stuff. Nothing to change, as long as my brain have somewhere to stay, or my consciousness.
Your consciousness.
Anyway. Yeah.
Dahlia is ready for heaven. Me, I'm going inside. I live inside of Julie's body. We do a switch, like we do a swap. Oh, I don't know what it is. I have a big booty. Like maybe one day, just like, hello. I'd rather die of a painless death in my bed at home. Cyborg.
Yeah, but I don't know why people don't want to embrace this future. Then, because we are ready it now. You can't do anything without your phone, without your computer, getting the bus, buying food, whatever. As now you see in France, if you not get vaccinated, you will not go anywhere. We are already there. Why not just get a step further? And no need where you can no need food. You don't need food any longer. When you don't need food, you don't need money.
Master Electronic is kind of scary.
Why?
This guy is scary. It's just like telling you, hey, you already ready. Just come to Sweden. The lab is ready. Actually, I'm the main scientist. I will cut you in pieces and upload everything. Don't worry, I got you. You will be in a box for a few years until we perfect the bodies, and then you will go back to things. But in the box, don't worry, I have games for you. You'll be fine. Master Electronic, you can go. We are here, Papa. Sorry. They're not ready. Wow. You want to be like people using body as sleeves in the Carbon series on Netflix. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Exactly. Oh, listen. Personally, to give my opinion, Joel, when I saw that movie, I was like, I want to live it down in that world. But I don't want to be the poor people. I want to be those who live up there in the sky, the ones that have been there for centuries. Yeah, depending on where you are, you know. Imagine you can fuse your consciousness with somebody else. You just take the good part of people.
Yeah, the future is very exciting.
Imagine my intelligence inside of Julie's body. All the things that I would do. I'd be rich right now.
And don't forget, now in 5 years, 7 years, with the Neuralink chip, we will be able even to send the photo memory we have in our head to each other. Imagine you dreaming about somebody and Master Electronic, I sent to you my dream.
Do you really think that it would be that early?
Yeah, in 7 years. Yeah, in the way things are going.
7
Yeah.
years?
Yeah, we will get chip in the brain. Or maybe earlier than that. Because I don't know, there have been one company who already started testing chip in the brain into humans already now. Because if you imagine, is a better way to track a population, right? Instead of identification, you just have everything on them in their brain. So why not make them like you?
You that's like, yo, you are going full dictatorship in here. Bro. Like, vieux mob sort de ce corps. Yo. But I mean, hey, you know, yeah, maybe we're talking to a clone. He talks like a clone.
Maybe it's a cybernetic part of Master Electronic. No beer. Yeah. Anyway.
It's a surrogate. Well, listen. Hey. I mean, sounds exciting for me. So for some other people, no. But, you know, I'll be the best in the game. Listen. Plus, we will have an AI that would be controlling maybe one of those algorithms in YouTube or Instagram, and at the same time, we would have like, listen, I would love to be able to control a few things directly by thought, like just because of interface, like some things I do on my computer or I do on my phone with my fingers. And I really don't mind creating those things without touching it. If I could do some of those things, even music. Sometimes I think about music and I cannot recreate it with my hands because my hands don't have. Yeah, sometimes what I'm thinking exactly, my hands don't think them. Like they are trying to do that chord that I'm thinking and my hands don't know exactly where to touch. So I'm try, and sometimes I don't, it doesn't work. But in my head, it was perfect. So sometimes those beats I have in my head, if I could just lay them with just how I think and poof, it appears in the program. Yo, that would be an amazing tool of creation.
That's the biggest problem. The bandwidth for the output from the brain to the machine we are using now is very slow than the input, right? Because we have the input in our eyes with super fast, but the output is lagging. That's why the chip brain, the human machine interface will do its role. So what you are thinking can be connected directly into the machine and you do your things.
That's, yeah. They are working on it. I already saw 5 years is too much. Maybe next year. Hervé, maintenant, tu vois, tu es passé de gars qui a peur à abuseur. On te dit 7 ans, maintenant tu dis next year. Ce gars exagère. ce gars est dans l'exagération. But
Yeah, but
anyway, yeah.
fully functional and successfully as we have cars, driverless cars, and all those things. Driverless planes are also Airbus are working on it. Driverless plane, and you see, the future will be amazing. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
That to me is a very interesting conversation, and I believe in Club Shada we have to go also in those directions, and just for food for thought, and sometimes just to be ready for the future or a possible future. And listen, back in the 90s or the 80s when I was 10 years old, they were telling us that in 2000 the cars would fly, and the cars don't. But other things appeared, like the internet, and so we cannot predict, but people will think of things, and those things will create more things, and some other people will some people will use the new technology for good and some others for bad. And yeah, this will not change. So we'll see. I remember the world without iPhones. I remember the world without smartphones, when Nokia phones had just numbers, Snake, and you would use your phone to call or to play Snake. That's it. Or send a text. And then, yeah, you could send photos, and now you can talk with somebody anywhere in the world, video. And it doesn't cost you nothing. And back in the days, the ways relationship evolved because of the world of today, those relationships would not have existed even 20 years ago. Because when you had a girlfriend and you was away for 2 months, all you could do was send letters. Back in 96, you could send letters, and because it would cost too much to talk to the person 1 hour. Today you can talk 10 hours on WhatsApp. So it makes us completely different. Yeah. There's a
That's it.
company. Sorry.
And we already have the flying cars now, so even it comes 21 years later, but it happened.
Yeah, true.
But everything depends on in how much energy scientific people are putting in to make a change. And now as we see things are going to this big data era, the collecting data is the gold mine of today. And because those data collection will be
Je
used
croyais que
for the
Tricia avait. I thought Tricia was like 23, 24. I was like, un deuxième bureau intéressant, but she knows snakes? Fuck, she must be 40 something. Damn. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because the big data era is a gold mine for this era we are living now, collecting data. So it's this era everyone wants to focus and put the best AI to have a power. So the best AI, the one who will have a lot of data, a lot of computation, is the one who will have the power. That's the future, because will be simulated, connected into a computation power, and the one owning that computing power have us all, and it's that era we are in now. And that's why everyone wants to make a chip to connect someone's brain.
Yeah. Okay, it must be 38. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, no problem. Listen, I'm 47, so 38 is nice. Don't worry, it's so good. Like, you appreciate old wine when you are old wine yourself. Ah. Well, listen, that was a great conversation. We will continue the conversation. And don't forget, I have to send you a voice note to tell you what was my favorite memory with Jacob that I could not tell you. I will send it to you after the show.
Thank you. Because I just wanted to let you take your time because I know it is to lose someone who is so near.
Yeah, it
So
is.
I don't want. J'ai pas voulu wake up those old memories.
Now, those are good memories.
Yeah.
Those are super. Those are funny memories. You left me with a lot of nice memories. Well, listen, everybody, give me some Rambos in the chat if you are ready for. Come on, give some Rambos in the chat for Master Electronic. Come on. At least he comes to the show. You guys are scared. And I wanna wish a happy birthday to Christelle Mbinda. Happy birthday, and may all your wishes come true. This is a happy birthday celebration that is sent by me, by my voice, but by your good friend Irvin. And listen, keep your head up and let the show go on. But keep your head up. That's super important. One rainbow. Come on, Irvin. Give a lot of. Listen, everybody, give me some birthday cakes for Christelle Mpinda, who is probably watching or will watch. You put some rainbows for Master Electronic, and some birthday cakes for Christelle, who should come to the chat and say thank you, I believe. And yeah, so one rainbow for you, because Irvin is really not interested in your world without sex, because as a normal Congolese person, he needs his deuxième and troisième bureau, and he doesn't understand your world where this doesn't exist. Where
I know
Joanna
transition is no easy things, but when the future
look
will
the way
come,
this guy talks like a robot. He's like, don't worry, I know it's not easy, but it's all right.
yeah, it's all right. Transition is no easy thing, but when the transition will come, everybody will embrace it.
Look at this guy talking like you don't have a choice anyway. Nadia says no rainbow for you. Birthday cakes. Wait, let me finish with the rainbow. Est-ce qu'il y a des mabanga ici aussi? C'est rare, mais bon. C'était exceptionnel. Mais tu vois, ça c'est le problème. Les Congolais, quand ils arrivent, ils commencent à vous demander de faire des mabanga. Voilà, ça c'est... Voilà, Irvin. Mais bon, écoutez, on fait ce qu'on peut. Master, you need to see someone about your dream. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Emmanuel only give you one rainbow. That's it. Dahlia only gives you 2 rainbows. Yeah, he speaks like an old AR already. Well, his name is Master Electronic.
No, I'm not an augmented reality human being or something in simulation, something like that. But I'm not super serious, Julie. But what I'm telling you is what will happen. That's it. So,
Yeah, just get with the program.
yeah.
That's all we can tell you.
Because if you tell somebody like in the 50 or 30 that there will be a peacemaker or something will make you hear again, an implant outside your head, that people will be like, are you sick in the head? For all those soldiers in the World War I, you tell them, hey guy, you can walk again. I can make for you a prosthetic legs. They'll be like, what are you talking about? Guy, you can run again without legs. You see? Yeah, but that's it.
Listen, believe the guy with the shirt. You need to marry someone from NASA. Oh my God. These guys are crazy.
And yeah, for the future, the job of the future will be only for programming, right? That's why most of nations are preparing their youth in programming. You know, they are teaching programming because as more you know programming, as better it will be for you to survive in this society, right? Even
Indeed.
today. So,
That is true.
yeah.
All right, my people. Well, thank you so much for this very interesting conversation, Master Electronic. And
Thank you, King Kaysha. Joyeux anniversaire, feliz años, happy birthday, and mbotama malamu con a
Kristen
la persona.
Binda.
Yeah, a Binta. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Maybe she's single and she can go live in VR with you. Who knows?
Can she be cybernetic? Can she go cyber sex?
Bye. Ciao.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Well, listen, that was a very interesting conversation. I found the subject very interesting. I don't know if I still have the link to that video. It's from a channel called, I forgot their name. Perfect.
Desire to be free.
It's called Mind. Can you upload your mind and live forever? It's what gave me the idea for this video. I urge everybody to watch this video. It's very, very interesting. I'm gonna put the link here and I'm gonna add it to. Let me add it to the description. Can you upload your mind? Wait, let me add it. Can you upload your mind? I will leave the link in the description for you to see like all they were saying about where science is right now, and yeah, all this about it. But that's I think it's a super interesting subject, and it opens possibilities, and also the opposite of possibilities, of course. You know. Non, eux là vraiment, je sais pas quoi te dire. It's a very interesting subject because the moment you can read, the only question, and it brings a really interesting question for even religious people, because if you can, if the soul, if you can upload somebody's brain to computer, VR, whatever, or a machine, or just transplant it in another body, you have to ask yourself, where does the soul come from? Is the soul something that is part of the synapse of your brain and is created in there as well, or it comes from up there and it comes to your body? Like all these, it could disrupt the belief of some religious people as well. So it's a very interesting subject, and I believe that let's say in 200 years, let's say that these technologies are normal now, religion could be completely different. People could be worshiping AIs, or worshiping, let's say, every time somebody is part of a religion and of those priests, like let's say the priests spend their whole life and then maybe they all rejoin the collective of all the priests, become just one mega, and like this can go everywhere, and it's very interesting in my opinion. But who knows? We'll see. You know, I was ready for that future since the movie Cinquième Élément. Oh, that movie was amazing. That was you gave me I want to see that movie again. Fifth Element was crazy. But listen, me, I've always been a fan of science fiction, and I actually really love the world of carbon, what's the name? Altered Carbon. I really urge people to go watch that series as well. And listen, I'd live in that world personally. I live in that world. That would be great. But you know, we'll see. I'm gonna leave you with a song called Pondu na Fufu. It's a beat that I produced under the name Diamantero, and yeah, it's called Pondu na Fufu. I will see everybody Sunday. This show is brought to you by Shada, as always, and you can go to the website and get yourself some very nice stuff in the Shada website. You have so many things. Don't forget the brand new t-shirts. That is the Douala, Kinshasa, Luanda, Dakar, Lagos. I will probably make another one, African Capitals 2, that will have 5 different cities, because some people told me, hey, what about Lomé? Hey, what about this? What about that? I was like, okay. I will do, that was the first one. But I will add other t-shirts with other cities for those who also want to represent their cities. I also have of course, the African DNA t-shirt that La Milliardaire has received already, I believe. Yeah, she told me she received it already. And yeah, you know, don't forget to go to Shadaware and find some nice stuff to wear. There's some very cool stuff also. I have brand new mugs. I have the Shadaware mugs, and I also have the Club Shada mugs that are available, as well as the Club Shada t-shirts. So go ahead, order something, and you know, I was wearing these today when I was in front of the water with my daughter. It looks very nice on pretty people like me. Why is this? Oh, there you go. Yes, this is me in Turkey wearing it. I also have the one with the old flag, etc., etc. You know, you can also, if you are interested in digital art. What, I have to sign in? Oh my God. Let me sign in. Woo. You can also check my art. I've been creating Actually, I did. I was not in the mind. I was not in the mood to make music, but I made sure that I let me remove that. I made sure that I painted. So I did a lot of new paints. This is the latest one. I did this one this morning. So for those who are into NFTs, this is my latest art piece. I wanted to call this the orgy, but I call this organic love. So yeah, listen. You can click on shadaya.com or go to OpenSea and you can find my work. I really like this one. Actually, I'm probably gonna print some of these. Or create some to print and have them in my living room because I kind of like my own art, I gotta say. So yeah, check this out whenever you have the time. And listen, thank you so much for coming here, and thanks to Master Electronic for having this great conversation. Exactement. Mais ça va aller. And I'm gonna leave you with my track Ponduna Fufu, and I see you Sunday. Simple as that. Peace out, my people. Give me some love and some fire and some rainbows in the chat, and see you Sunday.